I'll never forget the night it all began, though in hindsight, maybe it started the moment I clicked subscribe. I was scrolling through my feed late one Thursday, my apartment dim, except for the glow of my laptop. One too many drinks had loosened my sense of reason, and the world seemed smaller, funnier, and stranger than usual. That's when I saw it, an ad for the Curio Box, a sleek website, minimalistic, black and gold, claiming to deliver a monthly surprise tailored just for you. I laughed to myself. Tailored surprises? What could be so personal about a subscription box? I sent the link to my friends, joking about it like we were all in on some absurd meme. And then, almost against all common sense, I signed up. Name, address, a silly personality profile filled with exaggerated traits, all in the spirit of drunk humor. It felt harmless, a joke, something to laugh about the next day. The first box arrived a month later, black, matte, and surprisingly heavy. I unwrapped it with a mixture of anticipation and amusement. Inside, resting on black velvet, was a single vintage monocle. My friends laughed when I sent them a picture. Try looking into the future, one joked. That night, curiosity got the better of me. I put it on, holding it up to the mirror. For a split second, I saw him, or myself, a gaunt, terrified face staring back over my shoulder. The eyes, hollow, desperate, familiar. I ripped it off. My heart was hammering. I laughed it off, tried to convince myself it was a trick of the light. The reflections in my apartment were normal. I was normal. Nothing had happened. And then the second box came. It wasn't heavy like the first. It was light, and it smelled faintly of mildew as I opened it. A baby blanket, frayed at the edges, sat folded neatly inside. I frowned. I'd never had a sibling, let alone a blanket that smelled like some forgotten nursery. Confused, I set it aside. Later that night, my phone rang. It was my mother. "Alex, I had a dream about your brother." Her voice shook. I laughed nervously. "Mom, I don't have a brother." There was silence. Then, of course, just a dream. I hung up, a chill crawling up my spine. How could she have dreamed about someone who never existed? I tried to sleep, but the blanket felt heavier somehow, almost alive in my hands. Then came the third box. Inside was a tarnished silver locket. I hesitated before opening it. The photograph inside made my stomach knot. It was me, a child I barely remembered, standing in front of a house I didn't recognize, holding the hand of a figure meticulously scratched out. My breath caught. I never uploaded this picture anywhere, never shared it. Nobody could have had it, except the box. Panic settled like a stone in my chest. I went online, ready to cancel the subscription. The website had changed. The sleek, user-friendly layout was gone, replaced by a single blinking line of text. Termination requires a final offering. Initiate process? I clicked. If that story sent a chill down your spine, or if you've ever felt that presence in the dark, please hit the like button. It truly helps the channel grow and tells me you want more stories. A form appeared, but it wasn't asking for credit card information. It wanted a sensory memory. I stared at the empty field, my mind racing. Desperate, I typed the scent of my grandmother's perfume, the one I remembered from my childhood, warm and comforting. The fourth box arrived that night, impossibly fast. Inside, a sealed perfume bottle labeled with her name. I unscrewed it. The smell, perfect, exact crystalline, filled my room. But when I put it down, my chest tightened. I realized the memory itself had vanished. The scent lingered, yes, but in my mind, it was gone. I couldn't remember it anymore. Not the faint hint on her scarf, not the way it clung to her hair. A part of my past had been stolen. I wanted to scream. The website updated again. The message glowed on my screen. Subscription paused. To resume, provide a core memory recommended or a physical sense, permanent termination. I froze. My stomach turned. This wasn't a joke. This wasn't a subscription at all. This was something else, something alive, something that knew me. My fears, my memories, my life. Weeks passed. The boxes continued, each one more personal, more invasive. The fifth contained my father's wristwatch, the one I had given him for his birthday the year he died. Inside, a note in familiar handwriting, "Remember me." But the moment I read it, I realized I could no longer picture his face. The memory had been harvested. By then, I was losing my grip on reality. Every sound in my apartment, every flicker of light felt like it belonged to the subscription. I couldn't escape it. I couldn't hide. It knew what I loved, what I feared, what I would miss, and it was taking it all, slowly, piece by piece. The final box arrived without warning, without a knock. I heard it tap from my closet in the middle of the night. Soft at first, then louder, insistent. I couldn't ignore it. I opened the closet, empty, but the air smelled like smoke, like rain, like my childhood home, but all mixed, distorted. My pulse pounded, my hands shook. I opened my laptop, desperate to end it. I typed in my address, my email, everything, searching for a way to cancel. Nothing. The site's cursor blinked at me, waiting for the next offering. And then I understood. It wasn't just collecting objects. It was collecting me. My memories, my senses, the very essence of my life. Each box was a transaction, a trade I didn't consent to, for a price I could barely comprehend. I stared at the form again, core memory or physical sense. I couldn't decide. Each choice was a loss. Each choice was permanent. My vision of my mother's face, the sound of her laugh, the warmth of my father's hand, gone forever if I chose wrong. And through it all, the tapping continued. My heart hammering, I reached toward the closet. The last thing I remember before pulling the door open was the faintest whisper, almost a sigh. "It's your turn." I've unplugged everything since then. No phone, no laptop, no mail. I moved cities, changed my number, erased my digital footprint. But the boxes find you. They always find you. I wake up in the middle of the night, certain I can hear the soft tap, tap, tap of a box waiting, just outside my door, in some other world. I don't know how long I can hold on to myself. I don't know which memories I still own, and which have been replaced by the subscription's twisted archive. All I know is this: don't click subscribe, don't type your name, don't laugh with your friends and think it's harmless. Because once they know you, once they have the first box, it never stops. And tonight, I can hear it again, tapping from inside my closet. The faint, deliberate rhythm, waiting for me to open it, waiting to take the next piece of me. I don't know if I can resist.